Hey everybody, it's Todd Sledge from Cincy Softball here at Mid-America Ball Yard on a beautiful weekend down here at the City Slam tournament. A lot of action going on. It started Thursday night and Friday night. And if you happen to be a regular participant down here at Mid-America Ball Yard, this guy right here should be a familiar stake in anything that you do. And the great food and brings a lot of aspect to the ballpark, I think, Larry. I know I'm a fan of the fried bologna, love a whole bunch of it, but a lot of folks might not know that this gentleman is related to somebody that's involved here at the park, and I'll let him talk a little bit about that. And Larry, how did you get started? Why do you do this? What do you have to offer?
Well, Todd, as you know, about 6 years ago, Brown and I, and along with Brett Helmer, who owns a minor interest in the park here, bought this park and started playing games here. I call it management by wandering around. When we first started, and I do it at my work, nobody knew who I was, of course, so I just walked around and listened. And I heard people saying things like, well, let's go over to Applebee's. I'm tired of hamburgers and hot dogs. Let's go to Applebee's, we'll sit down, have a nice meal, have a few beers. That's our thing. So now they have to leave. They lose their parking spot in a big tournament. That's an issue. Last night we had cars parked all the way down the road. At the major, it's always that way. And so I got to thinking about it, and I said, we should offer these people something other than ballpark food here. So I first thought of the pork chops. I have access to some pure smoked pork chops that are done by a local packing house near where I live, which is Evansville, Indiana. And these people here have not really know what they were. So I brought them up, and they were big hits. Although what I found was, much to my surprise, many of you softball players are very health conscious. And so not everybody wanted pork, they wanted chicken. So I never marinated anything on a lot. I've done a lot of grilling with steaks, so I don't marinate. I get a good piece of meat and do it if you want. But came up with a marinade that I made. Didn't know what I was doing. Brought it up here on some chicken, and people loved it. I've not changed it since. That's how it came about. I felt like we could provide a service to people that they don't get at any other ballpark. And it's selfish too. When those people were leaving and going to Applebee's, they were buying their beer somewhere else. They were buying drinks for the kids somewhere else. So I went to Bridget Brown and said, here's what I think we should do. And Bridget thought, which Bridget's my daughter, by the way, Brian's my son-in-law. Bridget thought we would take away from the concession stand. I said, I don't think that's right. I said, I think we'll enhance the concession stand because we're losing all those drinks.
Right.
And so, the proof is in the pudding. I can't keep up most of the time. Last year at the City Slam, I ran out on Sunday. I'm trying to rectify that this year. I hope I brought enough to get us through Monday. But that's how it all came about, and it's been a great success. Everybody seems to like it. I've not ever had one complaint, so I'm sure there are people who just didn't want to complain, but everything can't be perfect. But that's how it all came about, and I'm glad to do it. It's a lot of fun. I love the game, so I'm right in the middle of 4 softball games all the time. I can generally see what's going on, except when Brian parks the trailer back there. I can't see Bridget playing on field 4 right now. But that's what it is, and have fun doing it. Wears me out. I'm a fat old man, and being on my feet that much wears me down, but I'm glad to do it. Provide a service to the players, and as I said, there's a little bit of selfish motive in it too. We're keeping people here, I think.
Yep. Yeah, and you know what? You know, Larry, I can say on the 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers that subscribe to CincySoftball.com, we really appreciate you doing this. And it gives us a good meal. You know, like you said, there's not an athlete that doesn't want chicken and have some good protein.
Well, that's right.
You know?
I was a little surprised at that. In my day when I played, it was beer and hot dogs and bologna and more fat food you could eat, but that was 35 years ago, and people have changed.
Correct.
So we changed with them a little bit. And so far it's worked. I do it now. I do probably 3 times the number of chickens that I do pork chops, maybe 4. So that's worked out that way.
Well, that's good. Well, we definitely appreciate it. It's one of the staple things you find here at Mid-America Ball Yard. Anytime some of the big tournaments are going on, the Bash, the City Slam, the Major, and really any kind of big tournament that happens here, you'll find Larry and his assortment of great goods here to get. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. If you haven't tried the bologna, you need to try the bologna. Love every bit of it, and we really appreciate what you guys do.
That bologna is also made by that little packing house I'm talking about. It's a different bologna than you get around here. It's really good.
Yeah, it's not your little Conn's bologna. It's bologna.
No, that's exactly right. It's about a 6 1/3. Cut them 2.5 to a pound, so there's 6 1/3 ounces in every one of those things. The chicken breasts are big double loaf, about 10, 11 ounces chicken breast, 12 ounce pork chops. So we provide a nice product.
good. Good. Well, Larry, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Todd.
Appreciate it. Everything you do. Big supporter of Cincy softball and everything that goes on around here in the community. So Larry's got some customers over here I'm going to let him get to.
Got to take care of the customers.
You got to take care of the customers. And this is Todd Sledge from CincySoftball.com here at Mid-America Ball Yard. Hey, we'll definitely be at the bar later on, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Throw a couple cold this time. Have a good one.